Yo, it's Will Marcus and Warsony back on the video. Today we're going to be talking about overkill and why it is overpowered. I've seen a lot of people saying that overkill is not really worth it and whatnot, and that perk greed is better. And I do think perk greed is clearly the second best option, but this gameplay kind of shows what overkill can do for you, right? So I've got the USS-9 in the front pocket and the Tundra in the back pocket, and having that gives me the ability to win any gunfight on the map, right? I can win any close range gunfight. I can win any long range gunfight to the furthest extent of the map, because the sniper can cover that range, and anywhere the sniper can't cover, the USS-9 is probably better. So this is my favorite overkill setup to run. I think if you're not running overkill, you should be running perk greed, and if you're not running perk greed, then I don't know what you're doing. The ability to have these two guns pretty much allows me... Crash is a perfect map for this explanation, because what is the main building on this map? It's this gigantic 3-story building right here, and I don't really have to do anything. I can literally just sit in this building all game long, and I can cover almost the entire map. The only place I can't cover is P3 over there by, I guess it's Bakery. So I can pretty much see everything from here. I can snipe their side spawn on the right, their side spawn on the left, wherever they flip to, it doesn't matter. I can snipe both, and you'll see me do that throughout this life. I really only have one life this entire game, until the very end. It's super simple, and I'm in top 5k. I'm actually top 1500, I believe, in ranked right now. I was like top 500 at one point, but I didn't play hardly at all yesterday, so I dropped down a little bit. That being said, it's not something I'm seeing a lot at the higher levels. I think a lot of people are running perk greed, and that's probably better, because overkill should be banned. Like, ideally, overkill gets banned. Look at this guy right here, and then he just falls to his death. It should be banned in ranked. It should be banned in competitive. It should be banned all around. It's just too good. You can't, if you have the ability to snipe at all, having overkill is a serious advantage. You know what I mean? If you can snipe, then that's going to allow you to run whatever your normal gun is on the front end, and you can just kind of do everything. As you'll see here, I mean, they're spawning in, they're getting sniped, and I can see the whole map. It's super easy, and I could have done this with the Tundra and any shotgun, right? Shotguns run this building. If you've ever played like Search or anything, you know, shotguns are pretty much just, you can do whatever you want. Another thing I wanted to address real quick, because you guys probably might be saying it, all the hard scoping. I don't care if you don't like hard scoping, or you think that's cheesy or whatever. I don't really care what you think. Be honest with you, sniping is sniping. If you get me killed because you're trying to quick scope somebody instead of hard scoping them, I'm going to be pissed, because you just need to kill them. I don't really care how you kill them. I just care that you kill them. So hard scoping is the best way to snipe. You know what I mean? So that's how you should do it, if you can't do it that way. If you have to quick scope somebody, then that's what happens. We're not going for feeds over here. I'm going for not dying. So ideally, I would not die at all in the entire game, and if that means I have to hard scope, that's what I'm going to do. So I just want to get that out there for people who say that and whatnot. That being said, if you're not going to run I think the HSO has gotten a buff, and now it's really good in multiplayer. So running the HSO, if you want to be weird, running like the Jack 12 with the fire rounds or stuff like that, with your Tundra or whatever your long range weapon is going to be, your sniper ideally, since you can have two primary weapons, that's what you should do. That being said, I do think that with this setup, the only downside, I don't think there really is a downside, to be honest with you. The USS-9 can literally 3-tap out to, like, I don't know, 40 meters or something. If you get a headshot in, it's anywhere on the map. So having that ability, it doesn't really matter what you do if you have a gun that can literally 3-shot anywhere. This was my only mistake in the game. I had a trip mine the whole game, and I never actually threw it down. So I ended up dying because of that, I think. Or maybe I did throw it down. I don't remember. Maybe in the beginning of the game, immediately I threw it down. Looks like I did. So the other thing I want to kind of cover with this is running AR and SMG overkill doesn't seem to be the move. I know that would be the move for like BR. If they implement like a loadouts and overkill into BR at some point in time, that would be the move, having an AR and an SMG. And that would be really nice to have. That'll actually make Blackout a lot more fun to play. That being said, it would also kind of make it just like Warzone Mobile, except with Blackout and Isolated and not Verdansk. Speaking of, they took out Verdansk. I don't know if anybody saw that, but they took out Verdansk in Warzone Mobile. Able to get that last kill right there with the sniper. I think I got like 5 sniping kills and 5 USS 9 kills, so it's pretty even with my usage of both weapons. Like I said, if in the right hands, Overkill is stupid. Definitely stupid in S&D. You know, you can peek things with a sniper, and then you can pull out an SMG and just run at them. Like there's a reason it's never been allowed in competitive on console, because it's cheesy and it's easily abused. It's overpowered. It's not necessarily conducive to creating a skill gap within the game. So then again, like COD Mobile's never been that way. Literally, if you play any game, every game that I'm playing, and a bunch of my boys were just complaining about it in my last game, the USS 9 is like the only gun you see. And if you're not using it, you're probably costing your team, right? Because it's just that much better than every other gun, with the exception of maybe the Odin, since the Odin kills in 2 bullets sometimes. That's to the body sometimes. And that's about the only gun that I think competes with this USS 9 right now. This is my setup for the USS 9 for Search and Destroy. I think it's probably... I don't know. I like it. I feel comfortable. I feel like if I don't run no stock, this gun feels weird. So I run no stock with it. I know a lot of people don't like doing that, but I feel like that's the best way to run it. I usually just put on the OWC laser for my respawns and take off the grip. That being said, this is my Tundra build. I'm not a big sniper, but I mean, now that I'm allowed to have Overkill, I'll snipe like crazy because it's just easier and you can kind of do everything with it. That being said, there are a lot of availabilities now with Overkill to run like goofy setups, like a double thermite with Jack 12 and Man of War and stuff like that. So I'm sure you'll see that stuff coming out more and more often over time. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to. Let me know your thoughts on the wild cards. It's been your boy Marcus from Morsini. I'm out of here. Peace.